Everybody good? Really proud of being able to figure out a way to get that win. And that was probably a much harder situation of us trying to be able to play our best than I think people realize. Wednesday night's game was late, 2-hour and 45-minute game. We didn't get out of here till well past midnight, and a lot of our guys didn't go to bed till 3 or 4 in the morning. And we had tough time recovering, and I thought we came out really well, and you could just see us kind of hit the wall. But I told the guys, I was like, when they hit the wall, we did stop for a second, but then we figured out how to keep on going and just some way to pull it out. And a lot of our guys didn't have their best night tonight. I feel like I didn't have my bird today. I didn't feel like I did some right things substitution-wise or whatever else. But live and learn. Give LSU credit. They played really hard, and we knew they were going to. And well-coached team, we did a good job, and they're missing their point guard, and we watched them on film, and that team's good. Especially when they have him, I think that team's good. So we definitely appreciate the win.
Questions?
Yeah, the drought in the second half where you guys didn't hit a field goal for 6 minutes, you all were able to maintain a lead, but what do you feel like the struggles really were for you offensively during that time?
That fatigue hit us about the last 4 minutes of the first half. And I think we came out the second half, and Duke Miles got fouled right away. And we got to the free throw line and got some points there. But then there was a drought, like you said, and it really was. It was some open shots that we just didn't miss that we normally make. And I just thought our guys didn't have the legs they normally have. But I just liked the resilience. We went through that stretch, and they still figured their way out of it.
Yeah, Coach Tyler Nickel came out the gates red hot. Gave you guys a big boost. I think one of the things that he's done so well this year is his consistency. So can you just talk about that, just what you've seen and what you attribute his consistency this year to?
Well, he's got such a I guess comfort with his game right now, and where to find things on the court. He's extremely smart. He's tough. He came out and obviously blitzed with a bunch of threes, but I thought his defense was really good tonight, guarding the ball and helping other guys out. So he was really on point there. So I think he stands out as probably our biggest leader right now on our team, and he's so valuable even when he doesn't make shots. I think sometimes you look at that and said he played good or not. There's nights he's such a distraction that other guys get looks, and we've had a couple of them. I remember South Carolina where he let other guys make big plays because of the fear of him. So he'll take his shots. We want him to shoot. I know he's shooting sometimes from half court. Good for him if he makes it.
Julie?
The other night was a shootout. This one you guys had to push through a little dry spell there in the second half. Is there something to be said about winning games in different ways during conference play?
Yeah, I mean, this was hard. I mean, I can't understate that. It was a hard prep. It was a hard turnaround. And you're going against a team that really wanted to win. And so, you can go through that stretch in the second half, and I think a team could give in and say, look, it might not be our night. We're missing some threes. We're not making shots, and they're making plays. But our guys just had a response. And we've done it in different ways, different kind of flow of the game. And I really hope we keep that the entire year of always having a response to anything that comes our way.
Julian again.
79 free throws in the last 2 games. I know the majority of them were the other night, but I guess how proud are you of the guys constantly attacking, keeping the defense on their heels to earn those foul shots?
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned we weren't making threes there, and I think our legs kind of went out on us, and we did a good job of not just settling for threes in the second half, of really attacking the rim, especially Tyler Tanner, of being able to do that. And then we have these back-to-back situations where we're getting free throws at the end of the game and kind of getting some there with the lead, and I think we're doing a good job of making most of those to kind of keep us in a spot where we should be able to finish the game.
Yeah, you mentioned Coach Signetti when you came in here. What did you learn from Kurt when you were at JMU together, and what has it been like seeing him go on this run at Indiana?
Yeah, we're good friends, and we were there the entire time at James Madison together. Coach Signetti is he's you got to get to know him, and I think when you see him on there and his quotes, his reactions, and all these other things, he is a football guy through and through. But we got a good relationship with our James Madison. We used to bounce ideas off of, and I texted him the other day when he won Coach of the Year, and they're the team I'm cheering for right now. I hope they pull out a national championship.
Yeah, this win matches the best start in program history. Just what does this milestone say about your team, and how do you kind of build off of that?
Yeah, that's something I think you look back at the end of the season. Like certain things like that, like our main focus is we got to recover. I mean, that's my main focus right now with our guys and the rest of the day and tomorrow and recover, because next week is going to be brutal. And at Texas and then Florida with another incredibly tough turnaround. So I think this, to answer you probably a long way, we're always saying what's next and not what just happened. And we're looking at what's next, and right now we got to get our bodies right, our mind right, because Wednesday is going to be really, really tough.
Mark, to kind of follow on that, not only are you all off to the 16-0 start, Shay's doing the same thing over on the women's side. Is there any common factor between these programs? Because her comments Thursday night kind of similar, that day-to-day and the focusing on next. And she also has a balanced team. But do you see anything that might be a common thread to the success being had on this campus?
Well, we share a building together, and so I can watch how her staff and her players work day to day. And I'm hoping she could say the same thing about us. But we both teams prepare really hard, and we cheer for each other like crazy. I wish I can kind of get to more games and. I always feel like I'm multitasking. I catch most of them at the house. But the way that their culture is very impressive. And I know it's a reason for the success and just how hard they work. So I hope somebody would say the same thing about us. And I think that's what we try to do as well.
Yeah, you mentioned, looking ahead at Texas, then Florida, who just beat Tennessee today, and then at
They
Coach
did?
Calipari, at Coach Calipari in Arkansas. How do you feel that these first three conference games are kind of preparing you guys for that stretch?
I mean, every game just has its own identity. And, one thing I learned with this fast turnaround is, just how to make sure get our guys to be at their best. And they prepped right. They did everything right. And we just didn't have our best game today. And credit LSU for that, too. So going into next week, I got to make sure that we're putting everything into Wednesday night and then how we recover after that. But I do know this. You look too far ahead in this league, you get so anxious you might not want to coach anymore or play anymore. Like, it's a gauntlet. It is a challenge, every one of them. So I know as coaches speak, it's just what's next one at a time. And then do the best you can and then try to bounce back or recover or do whatever you got to do for the next one.